Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to BMTV. And as you can see, we are once again joined by Morgan. Morgan,
hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Feeling festive.
I know, it's looking very festive.
Good.
We should really be wearing Christmas hats.
We should.
I wouldn't want to mess your hair up.
No, let's be honest.
It's like a lot of work went into that. You've got plenty of it compared to me. Mine's getting very thin. Anyway, yes, festive.
Yes.
We're doing festive today.
We're doing a Christmas, yes.
You've gone part way there already. I'm
We have.
guessing this is a wreath.
Well done.
Hey.
Gold star for you.
Thank you so much.
It is. It's going to be a dual use. So it's going to a design that could be used either on the door or as a table centre, as a table decoration. So the finished article could potentially, if this was on your, grand dining room table for Christmas dinner. I mean, imagine the turkey here and the Christmas pud here.
Yeah.
This could maybe have a nice hurricane vase in with a candle or, something festive in the middle so that it could be on your table and then maybe you could be hanging it on your door afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the basis of it?
So we started off with an Oasis Floral ring. So it's an Oasis Floral Foam ring nailer base, which means the floral foam is in a hard-based recycled plastic.
Okay.
And that just means that you'd be able to hang it on the door. So you can also buy Oasis Floral Foam rings with a foam back.
Okay.
And they're great for table centres, maybe, of sometimes wedding designs, funeral designs, of course. But this one, we want that hard back so it can go up onto a door.
So it stays sturdy.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, it has stability.
Yeah. And so the Oasis foam itself is stuck into that base.
It is,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
So it uses a glue, like a glue, to actually stick the foam in its dry form. I've, of course, soaked this in its dry form so that when the glue does get wet and the foam is wet, it doesn't come apart from each other, of course. Yeah. Okay. So I then put this into, before anything went in, put it into a large sink, allowed it to naturally just soak the Oasis through until it was all completely wet. And then when you lift it out, you can feel that there's a bit of weight in there. So you'll feel when you put it in, it's very light. When you take it out, it should feel evenly distributed with some weight. Just give it, have a see. So you can feel there's a little bit of weight in there, but not too much. It wouldn't, not be able to hang on your door.
It's just you pick up an Oasis block and it's light as a feather, isn't it?
Absolutely, of course.
That feels, considerably heavier.
Yes. So, and then what I've done is I've added some, I didn't want to use the traditional pine on this occasion. I thought we'd go a little bit different. So we've gone for some variegated ivy, which of course is this here. So we've gone for some variegated ivy. This is a soft variety. So sometimes those other varieties can be quite nasty, quite prickly on the hands. Okay. This is a soft one. And then we've used some buried ivy. So we've used holly and ivy.
Okay.
Do you like what I did there?
See what you did there. See what you did.
We've used the holly and the ivy. And then what we've done is I've added a little bit of this Robusta eucalyptus. Yep. It's a bit more hardy and I wanted a bigger leaf in this one. So I've used some of the natural eucalyptus to give that smell. And then I've also used some of this, which you sell in your warehouse. I was allowed to go and pick whatever I wanted. It was great fun. Thank you very much.
I'm not sure I approved it, but you did it anyway. I go outside and they're just walking around there, shopping.
I could have sworn I heard you say it was okay.
Maybe somebody
Who knows?
did.
I've done it now. So I've taken also some for the artificial eucalyptus as well, because I needed something bulky. So the idea is that when the fresh florals in here that I'm using today have gone, so obviously, maybe for Christmas Day, it's going to look fabulous. But then when it goes on the door, you can either add something else, some more baubles, of course, or something, but it has the fresh, but it has plenty of artificial in there. The holly and the ivy will, of course, last for all of Christmas. Yeah. But the softer, more delicate fresh florals can be taken out and it's still going to look fabulous. Okay. So just for some nice coverage, I've taken this, which, as I said, is in your warehouse. But of course, it's like this. And I've just pushed it up like this because I only want, rather than cutting it all down, I want that density at the top.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing with a lot of these artificials, that you can manipulate them very easily. And if I wanted to use it on a long stem, of course it's wired. So I can manipulate these sorts of things. It's wonderful for when we're doing a design like this. So I've cut some of those down and I've just really popped them in and inserted them into here for masking and covering the foam ring, because what you kind of want to achieve towards the end is that you're masking and covering the product. You don't want to see the foam ring. You want to fill it up and fill it well.
This is the thing that fascinates me. You see these absolutely gorgeous wreaths over the festive period, and I look at them and I think, how on earth were they made? But what you've done here, I mean, it's not difficult to do.
No.
I guess you've got to have the eye and know how much of what you want to put in there. But the overall effect, it's like when people do big balloon arches, people go in and say, wow, the impact of that.
Yes.
It's actually quite simple to do it, but the impact, that visual impact, and that's what you pay for.
Of course. And I mean, it's never, when we do anything, people always say, wow, you made that look really easy. And actually, when it comes down to it, a lot of the stuff we do, it kind of is easy when you know how, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's, showing these things, I know that following these very few simple steps can often, you'll be able to create and make something equally as beautiful. I've taught hundreds of students over the years, and I've never once had a student make anything that I wasn't proud of, or which they loved also. Right.
So you do courses for this at your school?
We sure do, of course. And we always, my school always uses Oasis either floral rings, but traditionally I teach my my courses in a very traditional way. So we would use an Oasis ring. So it's like a copper ring, and then we bind moss onto it, and then we bind the foliage, and then we make our own bows, and we put the decks on. And we have lots of Prosecco.
Yeah. Oh, right, okay.
Are you coming?
Now you're selling it. Now you're selling it.
So we do a lot of course. So it's about having fun, but we learn a traditional fashion rather than making these. Now these are great dual purpose, and I think for ease, these are very popular. Yeah. Our ones, I think you need to sort of be in a school. You need to be a bit more hands-on with someone to learn that technique.
So if somebody wanted to book on one of your courses, where do they need to go?
They need to go to my website, which is www.oldoakflorist.co.uk. Main page, Flower School. All the Christmas courses and our all year round classes are there for them to view, or we can bespoke tailor courses to anyone's individual needs, from a single person up to 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if somebody was wanting to do their wedding and they wanted to do something special, you could do something like that?
Yeah, I mean almost anything is possible. Okay. I mean, I would say if they wanted to do their own wedding, maybe they might need a 3-month course.
Okay, all right.
Depending on what they wanted to do, of course.
Suppose,
but we can teach people. It's mostly sort of to have fun, to learn how to style flowers in your own home. This, of course, are so popular Christmas courses because people want to show off to their neighbours. Who doesn't want to hang the best one in the street up? Indeed. The most fabulous colour, the most eye-catching, the most festive. And people are so proud to hang your own product on a door. Yeah. So, synonymous with Christmas, of bringing festivities and things from the outside in, isn't it? With Christmas trees, with dories, with pine cones, and all of these traditional things we bring into the home. So it's a great time.
So there you go, everybody. If you want to have the best wreath in the street, get yourself onto one of Morgan's courses.
Absolutely, for sure. And I can show you all the lovely ways of doing it.
So what are you putting in here now?
So now I've got this lovely sort of, little small protea, which is called Blushing Bride. I absolutely love it. It's a white small protea. Has a really, feel the sense of a really soft little centre.
Oh wow,
Isn't that cute? And obviously it has this little blush colour underneath, which is where it gets its name, Blushing Bride. I see. I just thought, it's nice and it looks quite festive, even though it is a tropical flower. But then again, so is poinsettia, or poinsettia, however one wants to say it. I just thought I would really, and we have got your artificial poinsettia here as well, which would be sort of dotting through, and I just thought they worked really well, that colour combination.
It does.
Also added come on, Christmas, bit of bling.
Yeah.
Got to have a bit of bling at Christmas.
That's these,
yes,
isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
So.
Nothing. Christmas isn't quite Christmas without a little bit of glitter, which I'm still finding in April. You know, tucked in various
everywhere.
places.
I see you've got the cinnamon sticks in there as well.
I have. So I think cinnamon is one of those things that you have to have at Christmas, like the Christmas tree and like pine and all those smells, and it's so invoke Christmas with smells as well, don't we? And cinnamon I adore because you can use it in multiple ways.
Well, I never knew how to use it, so we sell this, and I had no idea how people use it.
So I think cinnamon is very underrated because it's a good, even just on its own. So you'd normally traditionally see it in lots of things at Christmas, and it's often on sticks or on spikes. And it's always presented like that. And of course, that's lovely. Little clusters of the cinnamon is great. However, you can bundle them up all together.
Yep.
So maybe you'd want to get sort of to the size of a small side plate or something, or maybe a large teacup dish.
Saucer,
that's the one, a teacup dish. Oh, that's adorable. And then a teacup saucer, and then you can place it on there, but tie maybe ribbon around it. You can tie ribbon around it.
You keep dropping them.
I know. So you could tie ribbon around them, and then they would actually then stand up on the table. So once they're all tied together, and then you can, because they have these natural holes in, you could just place some nice holly in, or just very simply sort of decorate maybe with mistletoe or some holly, a few berries.
Yeah.
It's very Scandinavian looking, it's very simple.
Okay.
And then once you've finished with it, you can take that cluster, put some wire or some more ribbon to hang it, and you can hang it outside and use it as a bee or a bug hotel.
Oh,
so it does have that longevity all year round. But on this particular design, I wanted to use it in two ways. I wanted to use it in its traditional format like this way, because I like the structure running through the design, as well as also using it in this format. So what I've done is I've taken some of the skinnier ones, and I've just pushed them into the foam this way.
Okay.
Just because I really enjoy the shape that these make. These curls and these ripples, they're beautiful. So I wanted to enjoy the shape this way as well as in its traditional way, like this. So I wanted to use both.
Awesome.
And because, why not? So now you've got multiple ideas about how to use the simple, humble cinnamon stick. Right?
Brilliant. We'll sell out now.
I hope you do. I really hope you do. You might need to get more in.
I think we will.
Because seriously, that, I think, and also, come on, it smells.
I know, it's that I really like.
It's a great smell. So we'll be, a little tip, if you're wiring anything in, obviously, if you just put it in like this, into the foam, then it's very easy going to come out. If you just make a very simple little fish hook, when you put it in, it's grabbing onto something else, so it doesn't fall out, okay?
Such a simple little tip.
Fish hooks are key when using foam or the traditional ring, that when you put something in, you hook it under, so then it doesn't fall out very easily. It has something else to grip onto, so that when you push it in, it's gripping onto a piece of another twig or foam underneath, so you can often hook it under something else. So it just gives that extra layer of security.
Yeah.
So when you hang it up and you're very proud, nothing falls out onto your doorstep and you have to quickly hang your head in shame to your neighbours. So we're just adding more of this blushing bride, this little protea running through here. So as you can see, it's kind of already starting to take shape. We've added these lovely berries, which again are from your warehouse.
Yep.
These come in one sort of long strip, but they're actually bound together. There's 3 bound together.
Yeah, I didn't realise that.
Which is kind of perfect because actually you've then got, without having to cut, you've got multiple ways of using them. You could, if you wanted to, depending on your design, you could do it all berries one side. That would look gorgeous with just a few flowers up here or cinnamon.
Yeah.
But, you could use this in its, on the outside in its form. You can actually just buy one of these, or maybe 2 or 3 of them, and simply just make your own wreath just out of these. That's very popular as well. Just very, very simple, and maybe just a little, a small bow or something nice at the top.
Yeah.
But on this particular one, I wanted to just scatter the berries through. So I've cut them down into their individual segments and scattered them through here as well. Very, very, so evenly distributing the colour and the shape. As you can see, there's lots and lots of red going on here, but we're going to be introducing something a bit more funky and having this lovely, lovely Miss Piggy rose, which is,
Miss Piggy.
It is Miss Piggy, yeah. So there's also this really nice chrysanthemum called Kermit. So yeah, it's called Kermit. So we used to do a Muppets bouquet quite often, but
awesome.
We don't do it so much anymore. But I do love this variety. It's called Miss Piggy. It's a dual tone. It's quite peachy in the centre and very pink around the outside.
Lovely.
So it's a really, really nice. Again, think a little bit outside the box for the the finishing touches. It can be traditional, and then add that little zest of colour if you wanted it to.
So I'm guessing the floral industry is very like the balloon industry and follows a lot of trends. So,
of course,
and at Christmas, trends probably change as well. What would you say the trends are at the moment for Christmas?
Well, I think when COVID happened, I think everyone went very, very traditional and homely and warm and festive. And I think that is still a little bit, always going to get that lovely touches of traditional essence into Christmas. But it is definitely adding. We've seen a lot of clients wanting to have that real fun pop of colour.
Okay.
Because I think we just want to have some fun at Christmas, don't we? And that's kind of where it's going to this year, is accents of really high, funky colour, but using the basis of traditional colours.
So if you have a Christmas tree, are you a single colour lights decoration sort of person? Or are you a mix it up sort of person?
What do you mean, at home?
At home, in the shop?
Okay, because I don't have a tree at home.
You can't not have a tree. You can't say that.
I just have.
We'll have to cut that out. We'll have to cut it out. You cannot not have a tree.
I tell you why, I have a very good reason.
Okay.
So I don't have a tree at home because at Christmas I am so busy. I spend my whole life in the shop.
All right.
And my whole working day is spent surrounded by Christmas. So I spend more time there than I do at home.
Yeah.
So I feel that my Christmas tree in my shop, I go way over the top with all the decorations. We have garlands everywhere, trees decorated, the window, we have fireplaces, we have projected Santas on the wall, and we go.
You've got to send us some pictures and we'll show them on the
screen,
screen, because
sure.
that'd be awesome.
We do go really overboard at Christmas in the shop because I don't have one at home, so I want to go really overboard in the shop. And I said I'd be pointless me going home at Christmas to a tree that I would never see, because I have to go straight to bed because I'm often up very early doing sort of corporate clients and sort of private homes and houses.
Okay, fair enough. You've justified it. But you've still not answered my question. So are you a single colour tree sort of person, or do you mix it up with lots of flashy colours?
2 colours only.
Only 2 colours?
So yeah, I'm a 2 colour kind of guy.
Okay.
Yeah. And sort of clustered and grouped. No tinsel. I'm not a tinsel fan. Okay. But there is a place for tinsel. It's just not my home.
Okay.
So I love lights. I think lights are definitely something I enjoy a lot of.
Yeah.
And the more of them, the better.
Yeah.
But normally I just sort of pick 2 really fun colours. I think last year I went cerise and rose gold. I really enjoyed that colour combination. But I'm spoiled because I have a shop full of it.
Yeah.
And sometimes my customers inspire me. So we have a lady on. One of the ladies on the Wreath course last year made a colour combination that I would never have normally liked. It was really like multicolour, lots of different colours of purple, shades of purple. And then she hit it with this really hot line, sort of lime green. And I was thinking, I'm not really keen on that. And she made it, and I was like, oh my God, I love it. So yeah,
it's funny,
it can
isn't
be
it,
inspired by other people, right?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So I'm now just adding a little bit of, what about your tree? What would you like?
I don't want to talk about it. It's covered in tinsel and multicolours.
Oh no, sorry.
I go tacky. I love it though.
Well,
I like the warmth of actually 2 sets of lights, one multicoloured and one white. And
okay.
but it's more the lights. I tend to keep the decorations themselves a couple of colours, but I do like to. I think it's just a childhood thing, throwing tinsel on.
For sure. And do you know what? Another one of my ladies that comes almost every single Christmas to do a wreath making. She won, I think it was her 2nd year, because most of my classes are rebooked by people that have done it before because, it's fun to do. She picked one year 1 ball and decoration of every single colour she could find. And I was thinking, oh my God, I'm not going to look. She's now on, when you go to the website and book a class, she's one of the people actually, because it was so awesome. It wasn't my taste personally, but boy, did it look wicked. I was like, that now, see, she was brave, she was bold.
Yeah.
So it's not that I don't, it's not my personal taste, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah. So as long as it's, you can be that bold and brave, but I think it's actually more difficult to do lots of colours. So maybe you can send me a picture of yours and I can judge that too.
I'm not too sure I should.
So we've got this dried and bleached ruscus that I've just popped all the way through. That was something I brought myself just because I really like the product.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I did see an artificial version of this that you have out there as well.
Okay, so this is real.
Yeah, this is
dried.
Real, and it's been preserved, gone through a silica process, so they extract all the moisture and then they bleach it white because and it's wonderful. So now, of course, we need to start thinking about the extra decorations. Would you mind passing me the
Didn't you do
balls, please?
Some spray painting?
Oh, we did do some spray painting. You're right, because I love a bit of spray paint, but actually, might have to ask our lovely glamorous assistant to bring them over for us.
Michelle didn't want to be on camera, but we forced her.
Oh no, how did they end up over there? Oh,
this is
thank
Michelle
you very
from
much,
Oasis,
Michelle.
everybody.
Oasis Floral Products, thank you. So we've, I wanted this is another natural malice, which is crab apple.
Okay.
I have just stripped the leaves and left the malice on, the crab apples on, and we've sprayed them. And we didn't want them to be too sort of coated. It's nice if you can see the colours and the greens underneath. This isn't about perfection. It's about that flash of colour. And look how gold that gold is, though.
That is lovely,
isn't it? So this is an Oasis Floral spray paint.
Yep.
And they come in, of course, a range of colours. But today I've chosen this sort of lovely metallic rose gold and the traditional 24 karat type style gold as well. So when you're spraying this, it's super easy. You literally would just take the spray paint, make sure you're in a well ventilated area, of course, wear a mask wherever possible, but you would about 25 centimeters away, spray it you can be very light with it. And then you can sort of see in areas, you can go quite heavy. You don't want to go too close. You can be heavy with the spray, but 25 centimeters away or so. Give it a nice dusting and coating, and then, we can add these, these great little flashes of colour with natural products. So the spray paints do work on artificial, fresh, dried, and a multitude of different, you can even use them, which is really great fun, on clear glass.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can use it on glass and vases and you name it. I haven't found anything it doesn't work on yet.
Okay.
So, of course, maybe not your pet.
Yeah.
Definitely no pets. Definitely for everything but. So we're going to be adding those as well. We're also going to be...
them over here for now.
Yeah, the few finishing touches. So we're going to be adding the pine cones. Again, a nice traditional one. If you want them to close up, just put them in water. Yeah. And they close up.
Okay, cool.
And then the baubles. We've got ball balls as well.
Shall I pass them over?
Yes, please.
Look at that, I'm being useful.
I know, thank you so much. So with these, normally you can see there's a packet here. They would always traditionally come with the little...
top bit?
Yeah, the top gold bit, which you've got the hanger on. Yeah. I've removed them because the ball has a natural lip for me to wrap wire around and to be able to use. because I want to just use it in that format.
Yeah.
Again, these are Oasis products, always using plastic.
Yeah.
If you use glass, of course, there's a danger of breaking them, hurting yourself. The plastic ones are by far the best for this product. Again, when you cut the wire, just making sure you're bending it back round because it is going into the foam. So just adding those in very, very easily and quickly, making sure that, remember, when you're building, a little tip, when you're building these, they're 3D.
Yeah.
Don't put everything in the middle.
Okay.
You want to think about table to table. All right, so you're going from the inside all the way to the outside.
Yeah.
And that will create a nice rounded shape. So when you're adding things, don't forget that there is an inside and an outside.
Okay.
Yeah, so that we can go all the way around. All right. It's a good little tip to make sure, because it's nothing worse than sort of picking it up and then realizing everything just runs through the middle.
Yeah.
You want your focal, your show off, your wowsy bits to be in the middle.
Yeah. When you say in the middle, you mean on sort of around
Yeah,
the
sort of
top.
running, sort of running through here. So if you were to hang it on a wall, it would be running through the center, let's say. So we're just going to pop those into the foam using that little fish hook technique that I spoke about earlier. Relatively evenly distributed into the foam.
It's great, isn't it? It's so Christmassy.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's be brave with Christmas. Don't do the norm. Do something fun. And Christmas should be about what you enjoy, what you love.
Yeah.
And if you have, that special little, something I like doing is always maybe adding like a robin or a. I did actually think I saw in your warehouse, and they are fabulous. The elves.
Yeah.
How cool would that be? An elf in one of these sitting in the centre.
Yeah.
On your door, that would be great fun. I would love that. So adding the pine cones as well. So don't forget also with pine cones. So I'm actually might take that one off because there's some pine cones are like the cinnamon. They have an interesting bum.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Look how beautiful Mother Nature made that beautiful geometric design.
That's a lovely bottom.
And we always think of them.
Yeah.
That is a lovely bottom, isn't it? Thank you for noticing. So that is gorgeous. But the bums, but you could do, say, if you had 6 cones, do bums up, bums down.
Yeah.
Do 50-50. Why not? Mix it up. So we're going to be popping those into the foam too. Not forgetting, again, about having them inside and out.
I'm really excited about everybody seeing this show. This is brilliant. This is so cool to see this coming together.
Is this what you envisage when, for the wreath? Because again, they're always going to be different.
Exactly.
Everyone, and I'd love it if the viewers tried it and showed us.
Absolutely.
Send them in. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a little who's competition or something.
We could do that.
Yeah, a little like Christmas table centre or door wreath competition. It'd be great fun.
All right, we're going to do that.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Maybe the winner can, I don't know, we sort a prize out for the winner maybe. Maybe they can come to Ascot and do a course with me for the day.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah, why not?
I'm doubly excited now.
So I'm adding the fresh malice into there as well, and I'm going to be adding the pink roses. Now this is where it's going to really sort of start transforming into, adding a real different colour to Christmas. This is your bold, your nice bold statement. There's nothing. Just having the red, but it's using something similar or complementary colour, but that is different to the regular Christmas. So, but just by adding a few of these pink Miss Piggy, it will just really transform the whole wreath completely.
So there's Miss Piggy, there's Kermit. What other funny names of flowers are there?
Oh gosh, how long have you got? There are loads. There's Gomphocarpus or Bishop's Balls. They're like seriously, that is their nickname, Bishop's Balls.
You've not just made that up.
No, it's true. It really is, really is true.
Oh, right, okay.
And, I mean,
don't really want to ask how that name came about, but...
Because they're big and hairy. That's just a fact.
Okay, so that's move on.
There are many, mostly when it comes to like Latin names, they can often sound funny.
Yeah.
But no, there are loads, and I'm sure I will. Maybe if anyone's got a funny flower name, they can put it up and let us know.
That could be the question of the week.
It could be. So we're just using 10 of these particular Miss Piggy roses. You know, there's things like Kiss Me Katie and Hot Lips. There's Sexy Pink.
Okay.
Sexy Pink Heliconia. That's one that people love because it's a bit different and it's super gorgeous. But this and they try and give them names that are memorable, and often a little bit of naughtiness can be very memorable.
Indeed. One of our guests on BMTV, her name's Rebecca, but she goes by Bex, and her business name is Blow It.
By Bex. I hope she
Blow It with Bex.
Blow It with Bex.
Yeah.
I hope she's in balloon artistry.
She is. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Oh, she used to do nails though, but what was her? Alex, can you remember a nail name?
I want to say nail it with Bex.
Yes, something like that.
Nail it.
Bex, you'll have to put the comment down below. Tell us what it is. Nailed it by Bex, or nail it with Bex, or something like that. Yeah, but she does it for that very reason. It's memorable. Yeah,
and absolutely, it's true. People do remember. People either remember the name of the business, or or the face, or there's always something they would remember you by, and you have to become memorable.
Yeah,
for sure. That is definitely something we have to do in our industry. So I mean, look how great those baubles look.
Absolutely stunning.
Sort of within it. It's just creating that little bit of another texture. As you can see, Christmas is dominated by balls. It's all round figures. It's all very the shape of the roses, the malice, and the pine cones. That's just how and using the similar shapes all the way through. Actually create visually. It gives a great impact.
You can just keep on going, can't you?
You kind of really can, and within reason that it's done. I would be inclined just to add a few more of these. I can't not, because I feel like we need just to finish that off with these. But if there was any sort of tips on how to do this, I would say make sure you're having, you've got to ultimately have fun. Mm-hmm. You've got to have fun with it.
The Prosecco would help.
Yeah, Prosecco does help, definitely. Make sure that you are using a quality frame. Of course, I can't recommend the Oasis nailer base frames enough, or the Oasis wire rings if you want to make it in the traditional manner.
Got those as well,
So you stock both of those, that's great. Making sure that if you anything that needs to have wire in, that you're using a good strong wire. Making sure you use the fish hook, making sure we've added your finishing touches. I've done this at the beginning, and rather than putting it on with wire, I've just tied it round the actual base itself. And that's the beauty of working with foam. So also when you're working with foam, you put it in once. Don't keep sort of thinking, oh, I don't want that there. I don't. Be confident where you want it and leave it.
Okay.
Because if you think it's just too heavy with berries, then just add more somewhere else. Because you don't want to overfill, but you also want to be confident in your placement so that you're not smashing the foam, that you're using the foam once and then it's done. So just some finishing touches, berries here. And then
absolutely fabulous.
So really what we want to do, if we were to be hanging that's kind of the finishing, that's how it would look on your door. So that's a 50-50 fresh, dried, and of course then year after year you can reuse the silks and the baubles.
Yeah.
There's even, you can't reuse the foam. You can dispose of it well. However, there is lots of things you can do with that ring again.
Yeah.
You could glue in
cinnamon sticks.
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
All the way through. Take the foam out, reuse the base. Would look fabulous with cinnamon and some gold. Some little accents, maybe some buried, some ivy wrapped through it at Christmas.
Very creative, Morgan. Very creative. Anyway, thank you.
You're more than welcome.
So much for that. Now, as a guest on BMTV, you get to ask everybody the question of the week. So, what is the question of the week this week?
My colleague from Oasis Floral Products did say to me, I'd really be interested to know what your favourite festive flower is. So which flower do you love seeing in your home at Christmas? It could be maybe as something as simple as the mistletoe, or is it something lovely and sort of big and vibrant and bold like amaryllis? But tell us your favourite festive flower.
Okay, there you go. What's your favourite festive flower? Leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. Morgan, thank you so much once again. And thank you, everybody out there, for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and hit the little bell icon and you'll be notified every time we upload a new show. Check us out on Instagram as well. And while you're there, why not check out Morgan, who you're at. What's your Instagram?
@oldoak_FD. So Old Oak Florist. You'll see a little tree. Yeah, a little white and grey tree.
We'll put it on the screen as well.
Yeah, we'll put it on the screen. White and grey tree, and on TikTok too.
Yeah, on TikTok too. Yeah, there you go. Right, stay happy, stay positive. See you next week. Bye.